Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this will be like the official video for this channel. So there was a previous channel where I post a few videos and then I kind of stopped posting. So this will be like the official video on this channel. So I've always it's always been like I'm always postponing. I'm going to post video today, I'm going to post video tomorrow. So I just feel like I should just get started so that I can just post stuff for you guys to enjoy. So currently we are looking at stocks. So we are looking at Lyft. I don't know how many of you watching this video currently are familiar with Lyft. So let's look at Lyft. So Lyft is like the competitor of Uber, right? So I believe we are all aware of Uber. So it's like the main competitor of Uber. And if you still believe Lyft is going to be around, then you know this is a really good stock to buy currently. So this is Lyft. The price of Lyft peaked around $67 per share, right? And the price has been falling off from $67 per share from 2019 March. That was when COVID hit. So we all know most businesses like Lyft, Uber, and those kind of companies lost a lot of value. A few of them have recovered, but Lyft is one of the companies that has not recovered. And when the fuel prices and others increase and a lot of issues that's further made demand very worse, it's affected their performance and price drop. But the recent drop that happened was because of fuel prices, not because of the value of the company. So let's look at something with the Lyft quarterly report for Lyft quarterly reports for 20 first quarter. I mean, Lyft first quarter 2022 financial reports. Financial statement. So this is Lyft. So let's go through. So the first quarter revenue grew 44% from last year, and net loss narrowed by 240 million over the years. So these are some of the key highlights from the report. So they reported a Q1 revenue of 875 million versus 609 million in the first quarter of 2021, which means in this year 2022, they perform way better than how they performed in 2021, which is an increase of 44% over the year versus 969 million in the fourth quarter of 2021, a decrease of 10% quarter over quarter. So compared to how they performed the previous quarter, that was the quarter that just ended in 2021, the last quarter getting to December, they performed a little, the performance decreased, but compared to the same period within last year, first quarter to first quarter, it's actually a good performance. And net loss for 2022 was 196 million versus 427.3 million in the same period of 2021, and a net loss of 283 million in the fourth quarter of 2021. So in terms of net loss, their net loss was lower this year compared to like almost twice lower. And it's also better than that of the last quarter of 2021. And adjusted net income for Q1 was 24 million versus adjusted net loss of the first quarter. So here, when they adjusted the net income and the net loss, it's actually positive, but the same period last year, it is negative. And adjusted income for the last quarter, the previous just ended, the last quarter was 32, which is lower, but slightly higher than what we are currently having. Lyft reported Q1 52 million, 512 million versus 303. So you see that they actually perform really good compared to the same period of last year, but slightly worse, just a little worse when compared to the last quarter. So what this summary is saying is that, yeah, even though compared to last quarter, the numbers are not, they are very close, they are not better, but compared to the same period last year, they're actually doing well. Most companies don't really have, the last quarter is where most companies do really well. So if they are getting these numbers in the first quarter, we should expect a very significant increase going into the quarters that are yet to come. Then let's come back to the chart. After all these numbers release, we see Lyft drop significantly from 32 bucks, currently trading at 19 bucks. So it means Lyft is super discounted. Currently, we look at the technicals, we see price is testing this level here. We broke this level here and we are testing the low here. And we have liquidity in this zone here that we might just tap into and then push up. So this is like super discounted. So this is something I'm definitely all right. So we've already tapped into that liquidity. So this might be the lowest price, 19, 18 price thereabouts is looking at the lowest price for Lyft. So this is a good price to buy. And worst case scenario, if things get better from now, I mean, like COVID situation and things start picking up, if fuel prices and everything start picking up, they are really looking to good. And worst case scenario, if they push back to their all-time high of 67, which it doesn't look like something that is too big of a deal for Lyft to do. So you can be targeting 69 bucks, 67 bucks as the ultimate target for Lyft. And for a very short-term target, if you're just looking to scalp this, then you just look at a gap fill here, which will be 30 bucks. So if you buy here, that is 10 bucks. So depending on the number of shares that you buy, you make 10 bucks per share, which is not that bad, right? So that is what I'm calling for. It's been a while I use the rectangle. Let me see, right? So we could take another profit at the pivot of the rectangle. Yeah. All right, so we can take profit 1, 30 bucks, take profit 2, 41 bucks, and take profit 3 will be 66 bucks. All right, so buy some Lyft and let's lift the market up. All right, so once again, like, share, subscribe, and let's vibe.